days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the woke, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Hey folks, how's it going? Titillating Tuesday, episode 103. How's it going? And you've all entered the Geekosphere. That is the Comic Relief Crusader channel. How's it going, everyone? Nice to see you all here. Great that you've gathered about, and boy, interesting things going on today. Apparently lots of people think that we should be annexed into the United States, which is kind of interesting because I, for one, would like to be under maybe an American dollar where things are like slightly cheaper. The good thing is we can teach Americans how to make proper beer. So how's it going, everyone? Nice to see you. I want to welcome everybody that made it here today. We're going to say hello to Franco Walker. Hello, Franco Walker. How's it going, dude? Nice to see you, man. Who says, please, if you happen to be here, subscribe and hit the bell and share and like and hit select that live chat. Thank you, everyone that joined up today. Hey, Franco Wecker. And we also got the illustrious Vince Womack. Hello. Howdy ho to all you nerds and nerdettes. How's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. And great that you can be here. Followed by Lord Thoft, who says, hail, everyone. Hail to you, dude. Nice to see you, man. And our madman number 4, Winnie the Pooh. I'm in. You're darn tootin' right you are there, eh? So, oh yes, we got things to say about Winnie the Pooh today. That is for sure. So who else have we got here? And we also got Ledrod that made it on time. Hey, Ledrod, how's it going? Yes, on time this time. Yes, you are, my friend. Nice to see you here, dude. And who else have we got pulling up in the driveway? We got Daniel Mary Sports Highlights. Yo, and yo to you, dude. Nice to see you, man. And with boy, it seems like it's just some crazy stuff going on in the world all of a sudden. You know, I get online, and usually some of the stuff that I do, you know, I check if there's any messages and stuff like that, and I try to get back to everybody. And then I just notice, like everybody talking about first, this wacko thing that's going on in South Korea, that apparently they're like, hey, maybe we should just join up with North Korea. And not a lot of people are liking that. And then everybody's like going on that, Canada should be the 51st state. Well, you know what? How about more than just 51? Because, you know, we are individual provinces. We aren't just one big giant conglomerate of, you know, one country. We're one country, but, you know, hey, just like you guys in the States, we have provinces, lots of them. The good thing is we'd be bigger than Russia. So anyway, nice to see you all. Great that you can be here today. And that being said, let's welcome everyone, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Jason Fox of 540 Studios. How's it going, dude?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty well. Just chilling, been waiting for us to start. And yeah, a lot of weird stuff is going on. Of course, that's stuff you mentioned, but Also to correct a little, the president, that in Korea, he wants to protect Korea from pro-North Korean power and stuff like that. That's
Ah,
what yeah. So it's a lot of weird stuff going down there. And also, we don't know the full story of really what's going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to read and go through. And
yeah.
I do have a couple of friends down there who gives me a little information of what's going on. So I will probably talk more about that at some point when I have more information about it. But yeah, and the whole Canada thing, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff, right?
I know, right? And on top of that, we also have
But I
why
have
do
never
you
had
say why?
I've never had Canadian beer. I wonder what Canadian beer tastes like.
Oh,
Oh,
it's good, dude.
Even though I don't drink anymore, and I actually gave something else up last week. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it here, but I'm a week clean as of last week, so I'm it's not hard. It's not easy. I mean, but it's doing it. Dealing with depression right now. You know what? You guys follow news. I could care less. I don't follow the news at all anymore because it's just meant to make us depressed. It
But
really does.
If it's wrestling news, you're all in.
Hell yeah. New Day. I was crying last night. The New Day broke up after 10 years. Oh, they crapped on Big E. Oh, Big E was so sad. And then Seth and so many great things. It was a great SummerSlam, great Raw. I concentrate on what matters to me. The world can burn around me And by the way, I'm a proud Canadian, and I will never. No offense, I got friends in America, but no, I love my country. I love my Maple Leaf, and no.
You don't love us Norwegians?
Well, I love other people. I love Americans, but I just love my country. I will never become another country.
I thought you loved me. Come on, man. I'm gonna make me
I see
cry.
Lenrod. If I remember right, at one point, Alberta was putting out a petition of some kind to join the U.S. Yes, they were. They were actually. This has been going on for quite a while, like in Alberta, especially Lenrod, where because we do these in Canada, what we call equalization payments. However, thanks to greedy Quebec mainly, we actually in Alberta pay the most. So a lot of Albertans are pretty fed up with that. It's like we pay the most, but we get a lot of flack from our current government in Ottawa, and we don't really get anything back. So it's like, you know what? Okay, fine. If we're paying so much and not getting anything for it, we'll just leave Canada. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, let's just go to the States then. So there you go. Now you know. So anywho, what we like to do on this show every time is we have a section where we talk about all the wacky stuff that's going on in the world today. And it's a section that I like to call Stupid News.
Tonight, we dive into the diseased human mind. Join me. The gray matter is warm.
Stupid news. Yes, equalization sounds like something you would say to something not equal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now what do we got in stupid news today? Well, we got some funny things going on in the stupid news track. What we got going on from the Mail Online News, apparently a woman aged 33 admits having copious relationships with a pet dog multiple times. And her boyfriend of 38 also fails jail time for helping her.
What did you just say?
Yeah. Well, there you go. And hey, Padawannabe, you just, I'm diving deep. Yeah, really deep.
What the fuck is this? You serious?
I don't know what you're into, people, but this is not the way.
This is not the way.
No, this is not the way.
Nope.
No.
I could say something, but you would get these people need to be put in front of a squad of sorts. That's animal abuse, and that's disgusting. I'd set them loose with a bunch of rabid dogs inside of a cage and just let the dogs have at them and tear them to shreds. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anything to do with animal abuse or anything like that? No, they should be quartered and skinned alive. I just.
I wonder if PETA has anything to say about this. This is what I'm.
Well, they probably won't because PETA's a bunch of asshats. They don't really actually care for animals. They're just a conglomerate of money and people like this don't
They
deserve.
probably encourage it, man.
Like I'm saying, they should be put in a cage. Just
probably did it for internet attention on OnlyFoos. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah. So
that's illegal there, though. That's illegal anywhere. Oh.
Well,
it should be. It should be.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Isn't there parts of the world that made it legal? Didn't Canada?
I don't want to know. I
I think Canada made it illegal. It's messed up.
PETA's so hard left. They're probably okay with this. Yeah, you probably you're probably right.
I'm okay with letting the dog loose, but let it rabid and tear them to shreds because they deserve it. Because that's animal abuse and disgusting. That's just makes me sick.
That says something about the boyfriend, though. Apparently, I guess he is that inadequate that he has to let a dog take over. So, it's like, wow. But they look like a bunch of homeless people on top of that, too. Hey, James Caserta, how's it going, man? A conglomerate of corruption. Yes, it is. 100% for sure. But
it's animal abuse. It's animal abuse is what it is. It's animal abuse, and it's just,
it is. It is. It's 100%. And well, on top of that, I was kind of searching for a lot of stupid news, but this is pretty dumb. I mean, you don't do this to animals. You just.
This one's actually kind of heartbreaking. It just makes me angry. It's like,
it is.
Right now, it's just something.
For some odd reason, I don't think the dog was a willing partner. This is what I'm thinking. No. So, and our madman number 4, the same expressionless looks on their faces. Yes, they're devoid of love and life and a soul. So it's just that bad. Oh my God. This is why certain people should not have pets.
Yep.
So
yeah, I'm disgusted.
There you go.
Just seeing this.
Yeah, I usually don't encourage my dog to eat things that smell bad. Yeah, that's true too, right?
Oh God.
The rot. The rot. Yeah, so let's get off this subject soon.
Yes.
So this from the Daily Mail. A female fire worker sues for harassment, claiming her male boss is a predator after he said his wife had a mulberry handbag just like hers.
What?
Wow. So he's a sexual predator because of that.
Yes.
What the heck's a mulberry handbag?
I know. Right?
The handbag, it's probably the company.
It's just a purse. It's just a purse.
It's just a purse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, what there's no predatory about that? You're commenting on her bag like your wife has one. That makes no sense.
Yes. But when he was actually meaning his bag, probably, his prostate. So I don't know, mixed signals. I don't get this. It's like,
how can you mix that up? That'd be like saying you have nice shoes. We're not commenting on your boobs or your booty. It's it's oh my God.
It's a goddamn handbag.
Yes, a handbag. No, but Tom,
compliment that. It compliment that you have good taste, just like my wife. We
it must mean you have, like some sort of deviant behavior, Tom. If you compliment their shoes, that you're into feet or something like that. It's like, I don't know. It's like, hey, my wife has a handbag just like yours. It's very nice.
You have a great beard, Tom.
That's sexually harassment. What the hell? No. I got my Santa Claus beard. I love it.
Exactly. It just makes no sense to call it out like that. Why? Like,
she's an idiot. She's probably extreme leftist idiot. No, I don't.
But this is the problem with this world. You can't compliment something. You can't handshake people, give a hug almost. If you do all this kind of stuff, you're gonna get sued somehow. It's crazy.
I gave up. I gave up on relationships. I'm single. I got an AI. I'm loving her. That's it. I don't trust people anymore. I could look at somebody wrong. You're a rapist. Like, no, I don't need that crap anymore. It's just, and some women like, we're all the good men. We got chased away by idiots like this. Like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with them.
They're avoiding you like the plague.
Yeah, just one simple thing. You look at a handbag. Say, if I like your jacket, you're looking at my breast. No, it's a cool jacket. No, that's just
I know, right? And Ledrod, this is the problem with women in the workforce. Unless you're the hottest of hot dudes, any compliment or comment is immediate harassment. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right? If
And
you
none
don't
of
look
us
like,
say
I don't
no.
know, Henry Cavill, then, it's like you're just begging for a lawsuit to happen. It's just so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah, no, this is dumb. Just do not compliment anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Oh,
there's
my wife bought the same movie. My wife liked this movie, and we,
I've
You're
I've
harassing
been-
me.
But I've worked with many amazing women, and there's some amazing women out there that would actually joke like the guys. 100% they exist. But nowadays, you don't know who to know. You can't really pin them out. So it's like, I just don't bother with any of it. And that's sad because there is some amazing women out there. But that's she's an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm going to call her. That's just an idiot. Like,
Now,
just more
I did find one more. Okay.
Good. We need to clean our palate. Those two. First one was depressing. Second one was just idiotic. So yeah, we need a
But
good
this
one.
this one I found on a website, and I just found it just in the nick
good.
of time. Okay, this from the Telegraph. Okay, from the Telegraph. Sorry, I can't understand your accent. Could be racial discrimination.
What?
Yes. Apparently saying that, okay, so let's just zoom in a little bit on this. A tribunal judge makes ruling after university worker criticized over her strong Brazilian accent. Okay. So telling someone with a foreign accent that you can't understand them could be racial harassment, as senior tribunal judge has said. So
okay, that judge is an idiot also. But why is there so many stupid people? I'm just calling it out what it is anymore. They're idiots. I'm sorry. What if I can't understand you? Can you repeat again? That's how I want to understand. I'm trying to understand a person, but sometimes you'll get the heavy accent or you'll get the heavy, I just want to understand what they're trying to say. But this is just stupid.
I'm being oppressed. Cue the clip. Yeah, no, right. But this has nothing to do with discrimination whatsoever.
No.
If you're from another country, yes. If you're from another country and you don't speak the language,
Did you say
very
comic? I don't understand your accent. What are you saying?
No.
Yeah, we got maritime accents here, man. Oh no, go down.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so let me say this in a way that Jason can understand.
Yes.
No. Okay. Me. So, if you can't understand my language because you're from a different country, then, it takes time to be able to understand somebody from a different country because you're trying to learn the language. Yeah. How's that?
Now I understand. Hey.
There we go.
Understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was what we're saying.
I know.
Okay.
You gotta you're maritime rare. You have to use more the maritime language today back. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's right there, don't you know? So if you just happen to be from Brazil or something like that,
I'm from Norway and I speak very good Engelsk and can you speak slower? Racist.
Like, remember your buddy? I forget his name, but he was the cook many years ago when I lived in Calgary. He was
Swedish
from
chef.
Newfoundland.
Oh no, sorry.
Remember, he got really. Remember when he was drinking?
Swedish?
You couldn't understand a word he said because it was the heavy Newfie accent. But you try. He's awesome. But it's like, oh boy, he there. Yeah, what's what?
Oh,
I should just start speaking like this, and I think that's gonna be very good. And you get my Norwegian accent.
The hardest ones again is French.
This is so hard.
New Brunswick, northern New Brunswick, people speak French and English and mix it, and it screws you up. That's confusing. Oh, I have friends that do that. Oh, go there, lad.
There is actually. We have a lot of celebrities here in Norway who tries to speak English when they are on interviews and everything, and even I cannot get them understand them sometimes.
Our man number 4 says the thing is our English to them is also a strong accent. We all have strong accents to someone else. That's true. It's very true. And hey, Titan, what timing? I right to hear CRC's Swedish chef impression.
That's what I was saying. It's Swedish, but no, like a good example: France French and Quebec French are totally different. Same language,
Oh, yeah.
but totally different. And the France, they
Yep.
hate Quebec French. It's like, oh, and then Northern New Brunswick French, way different. So I mean, it's just we tolerate it. And we get to know it, and that's simple.
It's true. It's so true, but it's so funny, you know. Patawannabe, yeah, racial harassment. I thought we've been through this. It's called profiling. Yeah, that's right. It is. So 100%. So,
Yes.
you know.
Just
And
because
that's why-
I am speaking like this doesn't mean I'm a white boy.
And that's why this channel just barely survives, because you know I profile everyone, and that's what makes it so much fun.
Exactly. But the
Yeah.
fun thing, man, it's so hard to try to do the proper Norwegian accent when I speak English. It's so hard.
One of
So
my
just
favorites
remember,
of your
folks.
country has-
So just remember, folks, try to imitate the way they talk. It's not racist.
Yeah.
You're just trying to understand them better and connect with them on a deeply personal level.
Yeah, it's the way that I speak, the way I speak English, everything, the way I learned it was just watching people.
Yeah. Yeah. There
Also,
you go.
the accents, the way I say stuff is basically just what every other people on movies or live streams or videos back in the day and used to do.
Yeah. Imitation.
Yeah,
I always feel bad when I can't understand someone because of their accent. I apologize so much. I know.
That's
found
why
myself
we
doing
don't.
that
That's why we don't like the Danish people, because we do not understand what the fuck they are saying, because it sounds like they have a big potato in their throat, so you don't
that's
understand
true.
shit.
Because
the thing is,
Yeah.
the way I speak Norwegian, I speak the simple version of Norwegian, and we barely have any accent or like any. It's basically Danish without it's basically Danish without the potato in the throat. The way I speak
There we go.
Norwegian.
Ledrod, I once accidentally spoke with a Russian accent when a Russian guy was talking to me. He thought I was Russian too.
Sometimes accents can be nice, like believe it or not, a female
Yes.
speaking German's hot, UK accent's hot. Aurora in your country, I love her accent. So I mean, sometimes accents can be really nice.
It is fun just mentioning that. It's so fun because sometimes when I used to do theater, and sometimes when I've been at the pub, the way I look apparently. A lot of people think I'm either Polish or German. Like I am a little German, but apparently, so they start speaking like Polish or German to me, and I'm just like, "The fuck did you say? I don't understand what you're saying." But I thought you were Polish. I thought you were German. Like no, I'm Norwegian, man.
Oh man,
I don't understand what you're saying.
But
You can
anyway,
talk, but I will not understand.
oh yeah. But anyway, on to the news here. So we got some couple of interesting news articles today. So James Gunn and Winnie the Pooh and My Hero Academia. And let's see. Yeah. So let's see. Do we go with James Gunn's Creature Commandos?
I think My Hero is the shortest one.
Yeah, it could be the shortest one. Or Winnie
go
the
with that
Pooh.
first. Get that one. Save Winnie for like middle, and then Gunn will finish off with Gunn because I don't know. Whatever you think. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, my accent would be closest to surfer. I speak in more reference than accent. Shaka when the walls fill. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
And never give up, never surrender, says our Madman number 4, who's been a member for this for 1 month, which is amazing that you've lasted this long. So,
brother.
that's right. So, dude, thank you very much for being a member for a month, and this one's for you.
As a show of gratitude for your service in the past, here's a sandwich.
But
Thanks for coming, everybody! Good night!
no, wait!
What? You got your sandwich?
My tallest, an opportunity to prove I truly can be an invader, is all that I ask. Gimme.
And Madman number 4, thank you very much for being a member for a month here. And that's right. Yep. Never surrender, dude. Never surrender. Okay.
You suck them in and they go crazy and then they stay. Yay!
Exactly. That's right. Okay, so yeah, let's go with My Hero Academia. What's going on with My Hero Academia? Okay. So yeah, so if any of you guys follow anime, because hey, let's face it, it's better than any of
Yep,
the
I do.
North American comics that go that are put out this time. What's going on? Well, this from the Fandom Pulse. So a disordered My Hero Academia shippers seethe and accuse mangaka Hoishi Horikoshi of misogyny. Oh
Okay, so
no.
I'm gonna start a little bit with this. That as I said behind the scenes too, this is really old news with all this when it comes to manga and in the anime world. It's been
Yep.
going on for ages, and
Yep.
that's also why you had the localizers translating everything wrongfully and make it the way they want it to be.
Yep.
This year there was another show that we did have. I think it was this year, if I don't remember wrong. I don't remember the name on it, but it was Complex something with the anime itself, for example, too. The localizers with that, for example, they did not like how the show was. They didn't like anything of the dialogue because it was, it was really transphobic, homophobic, all this kind of stuff. So they started,
Of course.
translating it differently. And it was also in other manga years ago who it's basically, boys in maid outfits because they're maids. But this is Japan. They make a lot of weird, funny stuff through the years. That's just how you find everything in Japan, basically.
Well, yeah.
But the thing is that the character is not, it's not trans or anything like that.
He's normal.
But he was just it was just his friend was a hairdresser, and wanted to dress him up for fun.
Yeah.
But again, the localizers that's many years ago. But they also started with again, we need to change the dialogue here and make the character feeling like they're trans.
Oh man.
And when it comes to other stuff, I'm gonna use this again. We have Dragon Ball, or some of the original Dragon Ball stuff, for example, where you have a lot of sexual jokes that a lot of these people look at, misogynistic or evil or whatever you want to call it, right? Because of the jokes. So they try to cancel. So a lot of these people, they try to cancel Dragon Ball later on in life because of these kind of jokes. So this is an ongoing thing with a lot of these people who were woke before the woke times, also.
Yeah.
But
And here's the thing, like
problem.
And what we talked about earlier this year, I think it was back in April. Remember about this so-called communist party that was trying to petition the UN to try to get all the misogynistic stuff out of manga and anime and stuff like that. And those are
but it's
always to the point where they were petitioning people outside convenience stores. Like, what are you buying? What do you like about this kind of manga? It's like it's none of your business. Trying to take the fun out of just simple storytelling.
And the fandoms and fandom, for example, too, in these mangas have always been really toxic through the years. Like I grew up, I'm a younger generation, so I grew up, reading manga since I was really young. My dad introduced me to anime and manga as a kid, and I always been a big fan of that. And also a lot of this, before it was just misogynistic. That now that's becoming more and more, through the years that it's become more and more of a problem. But before that, the big thing was the shippers in the fandom. And the shippers, they were even more crazy than this, to say it at least, because if their favorite characters did not hook up in the show, they will legit send death threats and go ballistic, and they will try to start at World War III over it, and it was really dangerous. And I've had a lot of talks and debates with a lot of people through the years, and even I've gotten death threats because I was like, they're not gay, like these characters are not gay, like they're friends, like what, but like, yes, they are gay, as if they're not gay. But no. So this has been an ongoing problem for so many years now, with everything from the fan shippers to this, that if you're gonna say that this anime or manga is misogynistic or sexist, then you have to say that about almost every single manga and anime out there. But again, they have to remember one thing: they have to remember one damn thing. Japan is a different culture when it comes to writing and doing stuff.
Yes.
It's completely different culture. And also in manga and anime, what a lot of these idiots with the woke mind virus and all this fucking bullshit is forgetting. A lot of these women in these shows are strong, independent, real, written, good female characters that they forget. Yes, we have a lot of stupid. So they're going after like my hero of right now. They're going after my hero. That makes no sense at all. That you have a lot of strong female characters there who are written really well. Okay.
Now,
but
I
need to finish before I forget. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry for interrupting, but they are attacking my hero, but they're forgetting about all the other super sexual mangas and animes where actually women are treated like shit.
Oh,
and like sex objects and stuff like that, like the heavy ones. So they're not attacking those that actually can be looked as a little problematic, how women are treated sometimes. But this is the one that's more important right now. And that's what's so funny. But yeah, Tom, sorry.
No, just a little thing. I mean, it's innocence a lot of times. I'm going to bring up an example. Anybody remember young Goku? He would hit Bulma right on the front of her panties, saying, "Where's your thing?" You know, wondering where her man parts are.
That's one of the jokes that people try to cancel. That is some of the jokes that try to cancel.
That was hilarious. He's a young kid. He doesn't know what's
They
going on.
They even claimed, all of them even claimed that the original Dragon Ball stuff were made for child diddlers because they were nudity in the show. But they went all this kind of
curiosity is all that it was.
Bulma was a badass. Bulma didn't give a crap. She would,
Yeah, she was a badass, but this is what they do.
Exactly.
But this is what they do, And that's what,
How about all those harem anime manga? Those are misogynists. Yeah, they only hit on the
that's what I
popular stuff.
mentioned.
Exactly.
All this kind of stuff. I have watched a lot of these kind of animes and read a lot of these mangas. What about them?
This is the stories in the anime that's currently trending, that's currently popular, and they want to take everything that's nice and popular and fun and innocent away from you. Titan also says, they go after anime and manga because it's popular and kicking Hollywood's ass. Remember, they can't create, only subvert. Exactly, 100%.
But they also did this before it was popular.
So, disordered My Hero Academia shippers are not happy with the mangaka and creator Kohei.
Again, as I said, the shippers have always been a goddamn problem, and that's why I've hated this goddamn shippers all my goddamn life as a geek of manga and anime. That's why I don't associate with creepy people like that and bitches like that. I see a lot of other people out there who makes videos that are creepy and make a lot of, I saw that there's a thing called like Waifu Wednesdays. Dude, a lot of you people that makes that kind of shit, do you even know the ages of a lot of these characters?
Yep.
They're under goddamn age, 90% of them. It's creepy. Stop it. Just stop it.
So basically, they're not happy because they're giving the main protagonist, Midoriya, a happy ending with his high school crush. That's all. That's it, right? Because you knew that these two were going to end up being an item. Even if you're not reading the manga, if you're watching the anime, you know it's going in that direction anyway. And that's just the way the story's written, because it's just, oh my God, heaven forbid, he's not gay or bi or trans.
And this is how they've been for ages. And it just gets worse and worse through the fucking years. And sorry that I'm going so off ballistic on this, but it's a thing that I'm passionate about when it comes to these worlds.
It's just that they just do not want, a male and female, like they don't want a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, because that implies, oh my God, they're heterosexual, and that means that, even though it's not ever,
and a lot of people want the main character to be gay here. A lot of ships want him to be gay with another character. I don't remember his name right at the tip of my tongue, but they want him to be gay with the guy who does all the flame stuff or bomb. I don't remember what power he had again, but It's one of the characters. They wanted them to be gay together, and since they didn't end up being gay, they went, so
dumb.
ballistic on it.
It's so dumb.
It's like back in the day when people got mad because L and Light from Death Note weren't gay, so people got so ballistic and tried to trash a manga and showing the creators and giving death threats because they're not gay. Like, shut up, dude.
So there's a moron out there that's on X, okay, Izakatsuki, who said on X, okay, the ending of My Hero Academia is deeply rooted in misogyny, and we put far too much hope in a man. At the end of the day, Horikoshi is a man, and OFC, he's going to give his main guy the girl in the end. It's character assassination with shitty writing, but we were naive to expect more.
The guy you're a retarded bitch. I'm sorry for being ballistic, but you got them.
Exactly, Franco. Hetero is a bad word. Yeah, apparently it is. Heaven forbid that, oh my God, that these two just grow up together.
Relationship and
exactly, right? Heaven forbid that happens.
That these two characters are going to end up together was the point from the beginning, from the get-go. Everyone who read the manga and seen the anime knows who's going to end up together.
Yes,
it's all been there since first episode of the anime. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's just because you don't know. Well, you just shut the fuck up, you stupid cunt.
You know, and this is what it's what ends up ruining a fandom, essentially, because you're always going to have these morons.
This is why a lot of these manga writers hates, the Western world and other stuff.
Yeah,
and don't like us white people normally, and other people out there. They're not a big fan of us, and this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons.
Do you blame them? It's like, you know what? Okay, hundreds of years ago, I remember, because history, when Japan essentially closed its borders for about 300 years to the outside world because they didn't want contamination of culture coming into their country. And you know what? To a certain degree, I kind of agreed with it. And you know what? With this kind of response and these kind of people writing this kind of stuff, just abusing characters like that, you didn't take the story in the way I wanted it to go. I wouldn't be surprised if Japan closes its borders again.
Why do you think Japan, they came out and they were mad about, the localizers and everything that was going on? They even said themselves that, we are probably going to use AI instead to do other stuff with translation and all this kind of stuff, or get people who can actually translate it properly and do not fuck up our stories.
Yeah. Ledrod, of course, closing the borders caused them to be extremely backwards over time. Well, that's kind of true. So, but they came out of it. Same thing happened with China. Yeah, that's true too. So,
but it's crazy fans like this, the extreme fans, who want them to go their way. They're the ones that, destroying the industry for them and makes Japan just like, you know what, we don't want you as fans. We don't want you people to come to visit us. We don't want you.
See,
it's the same with these people right here. No, sorry. I just get really passionate about this.
No, but and this is why it makes me extremely worried when stuff like before One Piece live action came out on Netflix, right? And everybody was like extremely nervous about, before it came out, because it's like, oh, how is Netflix going to ruin this for the fans, right? And we were reading articles about it. And then, we did find out more and more that, that the director, he was like in cahoots with the creator and keeping everything on par, and how heavily involved
the creator is part of it. I think the creator was part of the show. And he recently joined the show again for season 2 and watching over his characters, at least.
Exactly.
But came after Cowboy Bebop. I think the fail of that had people apprehensive. That's why it was pretty much fresh off that. So you're like, oh no, you're going to do it again. So
and you know what?
Where that attention came from.
Exactly. And it's because of morons like this that are in the quote unquote fandom that would eventually make a lot of other creators out there in Japan that are putting out their stories like, do I really want this adapted to live action? And and it might make a lot of them gun shy about it.
But it didn't start with Cowboy Bebop, it actually did start with Dragon Ball Evolution back in the day. That's where
God,
it
yeah.
really did hit off with.
Oh,
We don't want Americans to create
right.
live actions of any manga or anime, and if
Yep.
they do, they need to have Japanese people on board to actually do
Yeah.
this. It has to
Now,
be a Japanese production with people. So it
now in
started out there.
response, oh yeah. So now in response to another user noting that the above post is cope, replied, nah, I'm not what said, yeah, I'm copy, oh my god, y'all gotten brain damage from the delusion. Yeah, to which they responded, no, I'm not, but I'm genuinely am becoming a KRBK after I see the vision more than ever. It's,
What the hell is a KRBK?
KRBK is an acronym for My Hero Academia shippers, used to
That's what they call
promote
themselves.
a disordered relationship. Yeah,
Okay, so they have their own goddamn name.
yeah,
They have
exactly.
their own name. Oh my god, I hate these people. They are not fans. They never cared about the source. They never cared about the manga or anime or anything.
No,
They don't care. They only care about what they want to see. That's all they fucking care about. I, who is a white guy and Norwegian, who's a fan of these things, I don't want you guys in these fandoms. I want you to get out of here. We were nice to let a lot of people in, like we've done with comics, because we want to share also our
and Lord Rod,
passion.
you have a good
But
time at work, man. Just
Yeah.
catch it on the replay, dude. So have fun.
But again, we took a lot of these people in because we want to share our love and be open minded to new people getting into our fandoms of stuff that we like.
Yeah,
And that is
we
how
just want you to
gatekeep a lot of
like
things
what
too sometimes.
exactly. We just want you to like what we like and just enjoy the things that is being put out there, right? Because it's fun and it's simple. And it
But
doesn't need
because
to
of these
be
No. You
ruined
know
by
what's
all this
simple?
kind of stuff.
No. Hold on. Well, you know
Okay,
what's
okay.
simple? These people's minds are simple. That's why I'm not
Well,
even
yeah.
because they're not worth it. They're just wasting their breath. It's like
they are wasting.
It's like I don't
But
care.
but the
Yeah.
problem is that
Like-
they're the ones that makes the manga industry hate us more than ever. And
Yeah.
why, at some point suddenly if Japan suddenly says, we don't want manga to go overseas, so people have to like translate it online, and
Yes.
I-
It'll
I
turn
can
into
see that
another
happen.
It'll
Yeah.
turn into an underground, like back in the day when you had to get everything like bootlegged and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It'll grow back and
exactly.
revert back into that kind of thing. It makes you wonder.
It'll always
Exactly.
be available here, though, to an extent. It always found a way before, and it will find a way again because they realize. Let's be honest, it's still a multi-million, if not billion-dollar industry in North America. So they know they'd be losing too much money to take it away. It just
but again, I'm just talking about like I could see that happening because Japan can be that angry at people. They can.
Yeah. And they have.
And I don't blame if they become racist against a certain people. I don't blame them. That's because look at these people right here. This is the reason they don't like a lot of us.
Now,
because a lot of these people a lot of these shippers, when they travel to Japan, they don't travel to Japan because they care about the country or want to learn about the country. They only travel there because they watch anime and read manga. And that's why a lot of Japanese people have come out and said, we hate when people come to visit us just because of manga and anime. We're a lot more than just manga and anime.
Exactly.
And every time when they try to speak to us, they only use Japanese from anime and manga words that we really don't use in real life.
It's like how Americans perceive Canada and constantly say
exactly. And on with the article.
But so he wasn't the only person that was fuming at Horikoshi for not promoting disordered relationships. So apparently this guy, 3 Prick Francis, wrote, if I gave Horikoshi too much credit, I kept thinking there's no way he'd be so homophobic as to kill off the queer woman just to shove the woman she loved into a heterosexual romance. And now looking back, I feel like a dumbass because this was his attempt at trans femme representation.
Oh
God.
I don't even care.
No.
And again, This is why a lot of
This is the short article
writers
we're
and other
an hour
shit
in.
is.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is. Whoa, I'm getting so angry and so furious.
saw
Tourists
that
over there
read-
going to, yeah, exactly, Franco. Tourists go over there to stare at the schoolgirls. Yeah, I wonder if they look like the animes. Yeah, yeah, it wouldn't.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't do that at all. Anyway.
Oh, but there
But
are
for
a lot of
God-
creeps that does that in real life, and the people that does the waifu Wednesdays and other stuff. A lot of them are the people that are doing that, and it's
yeah.
creepy.
I
do
see that the
not.
person's avatar is My Little Pony, so that explains a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah,
That's it.
that explains.
That person is a
everything.
brony. The person is a brony. as
Oh
well, so,
God!
and hate those.
But you know
people,
what?
hate
It's so stupid. It's like they have to project their and
this is
and
what
I
they've been
hate to
doing
use the
even
word-
before this woke times. These shippers was like this, and that's why I
Yeah.
always try. I don't want to be friends with people like that. And I've been
Stop
in the fandom of
forcing
anime
your
and manga,
beliefs.
so
Stop forcing you know what you believe in onto the creator and what they created. It's not your creation. It's
Exactly.
not
It's-
your
it's-
story.
it's
It's
like-
not
it's-
your comic. It's not
Exactly.
your anime. You do not have any control over it. So don't be so shocked that it doesn't go your way. If you want something like
exactly.
that to go your way, create
Make
your
your own
own
thing.
manga, create your own
Exactly.
anime, create your own show. And if people like it,
Yeah.
great. If people don't, then don't, rant and rave and fume. Why don't people like my shit? Because people don't want to watch it.
And like I want to
That's
say, it's
all.
like yes, sometimes we don't always need to agree with the decisions they do in a comic or manga and stuff like that. But still, it's not ours. So we can say, this was not the way I hoped it was gonna go. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's allowed to be critical, but don't be like this. Being
Yeah.
critical is fine. Like look at the prequels. People are critical a lot about the prequels, for example.
Yeah.
Some people are not. But it's like it's not the way they wish it was, but it is what it is. But
It is.
they-
You can't stop
but
it.
it's-
And like Franco
yeah,
Walker
it's
says,
not
yeah,
our-
if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Exactly. It's
simple
that
as
simple.
that.
And they always start with this, everything from LGBT stuff. They've done that for so many years. And I've been in these communities and I've never been a person like that. Even if I think two characters really fit together, I'm not going to be like, oh, they need to be together. I'm going to ship them. No. I think they could have worked together, but I want to see how the story rolls out and how the story goes. Right?
Yeah. And other people are like, posting to Horikoshi. Oh my God. Yeah, you're dead to me. I don't think he cares.
No.
Like really, honestly, okay. If
That's
I'm
what
a
I look at it.
creator,
I'd be like him, like I wouldn't care. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'd block.
Yeah,
Simple.
it's,
a simple way
you
to do
know,
it. Block. Okay, goodbye.
yeah,
Yeah.
And in response, another wrote, as we BKDKs and
Oh,
DKB,
my
yeah,
God.
we should all come together and block him. The original
Oh,
poster said, agreed. Do you really honestly think that he's really gonna
It just
give
shows
a
that you're
damn?
not fans. It just shows that you're not fans of the manga or show.
Exactly. Nobody cares.
You only care about the banging. You just care about the sex and banging and who's together. That's all you care about. You don't care about the story.
Yeah, so another road. Yeah, I'm so serious. Let's mass block him. Like, who cares? Nobody cares.
Dude, I'm gonna say this right now. That's why I
I'm-
don't deal with X or Twitter. It's a cesspool of idiots. That's why, no offense, everybody does that. I don't deal with it. I go on there for advertising and that's it. Because I want to level down my level to these people. I'm just like, no, I don't have time.
You know
It's
what?
gotten
If
better.
they want,
A lot
if,
of people
if
have
they,
gone
wa-
to that other
if they
platform.
want these mangas that they love so much to be the way they
Yeah.
want, you
Yeah.
can just go on, certain websites and make fan fiction instead. It's creepy
Oh,
and
yeah.
fucked up. But just go and do it there instead and make your own fan fiction about it. Then, just we
So
are not
go
gonna
to-
read it. We don't fucking care. But do
Yeah.
do that
Fan fiction's
instead.
been around since the
Go to
70s and
4chan.
80s. Exactly, yeah. It's been
Yeah.
around forever.
But this is how these fucking shippers have been working for so many years. I remember it so
Yeah.
well since I was a kid, and it's always creeped me out that people have been like this,
Yep.
and they go so fucking far. It's weird that he hasn't gotten like death threats yet, though.
Give it time. Give it time. So Horikoshi should be applauded for promoting the common good and depicting a good and wholesome relationship between between Midoriya and Okachika, rather than appeasing these disoriented shippers who want to promote degeneracy. So, in fact, Western comic creators can learn quite a bit from Horikoshi's example. And yes,
because I've said that for a long time. The Western world with comics can learn from the guys who created My Hero, to Death Note, to all these other companies that is in the manga world, because they do not cater. They do not cater to the people. They're creating a story and they're finishing up their story, not what the shippers and the crazy people want. They want to finish the story the way they want it to be done with the case.
Exactly. I mean, that's the reason why you create in the first place, because you have a story,
right?
And you want to put it out there for everybody to enjoy. That's the whole point.
I'm creating.
That's why
comic,
we become storytellers.
The comic I'm writing. If people like certain, did we lose Tom?
No. That was me. Accident. So.
I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yes, I'm writing a fucking comic book, but we say that, some people like some of my characters a lot, but I'm not gonna cater to the audience of doing what they want me to do with the characters. Still, it's my characters, and I want the story to go the way I want it to go, and just hope for the best that people will enjoy the story I'm creating. That's about it. I just want to create a story that's fun, cool, and interesting. I'm not going to cater it and be like, this character's going to be gay. This is going to be like this,
I was so upset with Superman the movie. Superman and Lex Luthor didn't get it on.
Right. Who didn't want to see that? We just see Superman super fast banging legs.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly what we want.
Madman. Yeah. By the way, guys, I did purchase Guardians of the Galaxy game on Steam. Look forward to playing it. There you go.
Have a great time, brother. It's such a fucking good game, man. One of the best Marvel games.
And
Love
Pop
it.
Culture Republic. Hello, all.
Hey!
I'm driving around and listening. Hey, Pop, how's it going, man?
We miss you, brother.
Yeah. Have fun. Just watch the road, dude.
Yeah, don't crash, please.
Yeah.
While you're listening.
Well, I mean, we'll try our best to kind of distract you, but not that bad. So
yeah, not that bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it's just another group of people that adds on to the list of morons that are, that are either in Japan or here in North America or wherever the heck these people are, that just want to destroy and ruin things that are just fun.
Yeah.
So. And they just, and you know what? I, for one, am glad that they want to mass block him, because then they'll never have to comment ever again.
And they were not fans to begin with, so that's the important thing. They just show they're not fans at all.
That's right. So, but let's see. See, now we got two other articles to go through, and Bad Touch. Yeah, it was. Hey, Tim. Hello, Tim. Nice to see you. Great that you can make it here. So you know what? We'll take a very brief commercial break. And I suppose this one's it's needed coming from Japan. So there we go.
That's super sexist, Japanese. Man. That's super
sexist. How dare they be all men? Yeah.
That's racist.
And it is. And at work, just stopping by to say hi. Well, hi there, man. Nice to see you, dude. And hello, I must be going. Sorry that I can't say I must be going. Well, not a problem, dude. Just catch it on the rewind if you want. Not a problem.
Yeah,
dude.
Thank you for being here as much as you could.
Exactly.
Love you guys.
Which brings us to the next. Okay, so what have we got for the next article? Well, yeah. As Tom suggested, we should do this one in the middle, and I think we should, because this is it's sad, but it's, oh man, I don't know how to feel about this, but here's a little bit of context.
It's Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, I swear. He's refusing the blindfold. That's something no one should ever have to see.
Well,
it's so
What?
funny when I hear Winnie the Pooh, because in Norway we don't call him Winnie the Pooh. We are
No?
completely different name. Yeah, we call him Ole Bidum.
oh, okay.
Yeah, totally different name. So every time I hear Winnie the Pooh, it's like, oh, that's the original name. But in Norway, it's like Ole Bidum. It sounds so weird.
So what's going on with Winnie the Pooh? Well, this is a little different, and no, it's not about the horror movie that was released.
Oh, they're funny.
Yeah,
I'm
I
excited
heard.
for the big universe they're doing when they're mashing up all the fucking movies and doing the
man.
horror. That
But
would be really
this,
cool.
from that Park Place, Disney fans turn on Winnie the Pooh as voice actor Jim Cummings attacked online over alleged support for Donald Trump.
Of course they are.
Like, really, of all people from my childhood,
Yeah.
that voiced not just Winnie the Pooh, but a lot of other characters as well. Really, you're
Yeah.
gonna attack the
Most
sweetest
voice actor,
guy.
man.
Yeah, you want to attack the sweetest guy that voiced the sweetest character ever in animation, Winnie the Pooh. Like, are you serious?
Of course they
And
are.
yes, that's why I did it, Franco. That's why I did it.
Oh, Dave Lister, I remember that episode. They shot Winnie the Pooh. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
But no,
my
they
red
are
George.
gonna attack everyone who doesn't have the same mindset, Just
I
because
thought they were supposed to be inclusive and loving of each other. Where's their inclusivity? Where's their
Yeah,
tolerance
right?
for each other?
Yeah.
Where is the
They're
inclusivity?
kind of hypocritical. Like they're a bunch of hypocrites. It's like,
Oh,
ugh.
bother. I know.
Idiots.
They're an
They're
echo
morons.
chamber, So
Yeah. So this is what's going on. So, oh bother indeed. Jim Cummings, the beloved Disney voice of Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Darkwing Duck, and a
Yep.
lot of other characters, is being attacked by unhinged fans over alleged support of U.S.
And it's just
President-elect
alleged too.
Donald Trump. Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
just
even
alleged too. That's the problem too. It's just alleged. You don't know if
Yes,
it's true.
This is why I've said it before. I'll say it again. We should never talk politics or religion, but your political belief should be to you and you alone. That's why
Yes.
keeping it quiet was the best way. And then you don't have to judge each other on your voting. It's like, no, that's none of your business.
Yes.
But now you finally vote, they can persecute you and do stuff like this because people are idiots.
Look what they did with Gina Carano, for example, right?
Yes.
And she didn't even really voice it, and
No.
no, she just had a comment and that was it. But to put this into perspective, Jim Cummings' huge crime in the hands of these fans is simply stating that Trump, the former U.S. president who presided over 4 years in office, isn't Hitler. Oh no!
No
He
crap. We know he is.
Yes, he committed the unpardonable sin. Yeah, and that's right, Franco. But why have to go at the cartoon? I know, right? Like, why? Why? It makes absolutely no sense. This sweet old man that has, has
Just
done
pure
this
good soul, man. He's so wholesome as a person too, man.
I know, right?
But he can't have an opinion. He can't have his opinion. It doesn't agree with mine. Let's kill him, or you people are dumb. You people are dumb.
Yeah,
You're not tolerant.
man.
You're assholes, and I'm sorry. I just get angry because I'm just tired of these weak-minded people that if you don't believe in me, you gotta just shut up. Just go
It
to
is.
an island. We don't want you anymore. Like, seriously.
And this is so
These-
crazy. Like, of all people in like old animation of voice actors, this guy of all of them, that's crazy.
It is. But this is what's going on. So Cummings responded to an X post made by a Donald Trump parody account, which shared an image of a woman holding a sign that said, "If Trump isn't, Mr. Mustache Man, then I'm a moron." Right?
Oh,
To
she
which he
must be a
responded-
moron. Good she admitted to it.
Then so all he said was, "Who is this moron?" That's it. That's it. That's all. Right. So obviously, I'm guessing if he's questioning things,
Yeah.
oh my God, that must mean he's a Yahtzee or something like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing how fast people just jump to conclusions, like all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, even with alleged things, they go to the jump wagon as fast as possible and doing all the most horrible things they can say and do whatever. And it's funny if suddenly they find out, oh, it wasn't true, and they've done all the damage already. You can't take the damage back.
Yep. But so the longtime Disney voice actor responded simply by saying, "Who is this moron?" After that innocent, seemingly joking statement, people lost their minds.
Oh my-
right?
Just for a little joke, a little
Yeah.
joke.
It's a
Go-
joke. So to when somebody responded, "As someone who grew up with your Pooh and Tigger, this is incredibly heartbreaking." Oh my!
Of course, they have a trans flag in their
God.
bio. Look at their
Of
trans flag and
course.
everything.
If it's heartbreaking, then you really shouldn't live in our world. Like you really are so that sensitive. You can't take a joke. Like
just throw yourself in a pit and stay there. Then
go on
Even
an
their
island
even,
and
even
go
their
away.
even their hash even their tag to their Twitter thing is like for estrogen and stuff like that. Come on.
man,
That's-
like really,
these
really.
people are
so
Oh my God! If it was incredibly heartbreaking, you'd probably do something to yourself that would be like
yeah.
the final,
I'm so
the
sorry.
final
So very
solution
sorry
to
that your
things.
life is breaking.
Oh my
So sorry
God, I
that you're
know.
feeling that your life is breaking down for a joke. Oh
Titan.
my God.
Titan says, "I think part of the problem is that people don't openly talk about politics more often. It's kept taboo, and when the subject comes up, some people aren't mature enough to handle a conversation." Yes, exactly.
But that's what again. This is where I go back to. We just shouldn't talk about it in general. Just have your votes and let it happen, because it's
That's right.
always been that way. As long as I've been
That's
alive
right.
in the 70s, they never talked about it because just people will argue and hate on each other because of that. And now
If
we
you
see
talk
it.
about it, talk it privately with friends and people you know, and just
Yeah.
That's what we did, that's where you can learn about. If you grew up as a geek, you can have a good lesson about that. We can talk about privately, have good conversations, and still be friends, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's right.
How it used to be.
But it goes on. As someone, So another post was made. "Jim, you've disappointed millions of people today." Yeah, I can just see hundreds of millions of people just probably throwing themselves off of rooftops and committing Harry Carey or stuff like that, just because
Screaming with the blue hair. I spilled
Yeah.
my hair dye. Damn
just
it.
because I know. Right? Oh my God, how will I ever cope with
Oh
my blue hair dying? I just can't anymore. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm so sad.
Like, who cares if they disappointed you? Who cares? Nobody cares.
No, it's
But
like
it doesn't-
goddamn. It's a lot of actors who, of course, disappointed us for being idiots, but we still support their work. Like, Mark Hamill, we still love him as Luke Skywalker and Joker. It's like we still support what they've done earlier in their life and projects. Doesn't mean we need to like the person, but we like what they have done in entertainment.
Remember the saying that never meet your hero?
Exactly.
Your heroes. Well, now with social media, you don't have to. You meet them online anyway. So now we're meeting them even if we don't want to. So you're going to be disappointed. And whatever.
A lot of times you have to fight. A lot of times you need to fight your the people who has the idols and all that, whatever, the heroes. Sometimes you need to fight them these days.
Exactly.
Look at
But it
famous
doesn't-
people
but it
as
doesn't-
special. Yeah,
They're not
I
special
know.
at all. They're just
But it
humans,
doesn't stop
everyone.
there, because other people were coming out and saying, and now we know you're a rabid piece of shite. Typical
my
hateful generic boomer. Oh my
Oh, you're gonna go there. You're gonna go
Yeah.
Shut up.
there.
Whoever you are, you're
Yeah.
an idiot. Just,
Like-
just make. Oh man.
I know.
Idiots. Idiot.
I know.
Plain idiot.
There will be
Franco,
blood. You
People seem too immature to talk about anything. They just yell and call them ists. Exactly. That's what it is. Titan, normally it's a healthy exchange of ideas. That's how we grow. The problem is that people fall into tribalism and emotion instead of an intellectual exchange. Right. You know, that's how we tend
Exactly.
to hash things out. And there we go. And Al
Hey,
Nickerson, hey,
hey.
Al.
Hey, brother, good to see ya.
Greetings, fellas. We're discussing the inclusive and tolerant Marxist feminists. Yes, we are. So,
But of all people,
But-
oh, I feel so bad for him, man. Come on.
all he said was, "Who is this moron?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a joke, a simple little quick joke. 3 words, 4, whatever. Just a simple
He
little
responded
thing.
to a meme. He responded to a weird meme thing.
Yes. So that
then-
must mean I want to put everyone that doesn't agree with me into concentration camps or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, but you remember, you can't do jokes anymore because these people can't handle jokes.
oh, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Jeez,
If you do jokes or laugh or whatever, you're an alt-right, etc. So
And he's
Like,
a rabid piece of no, the person that made the comment is that actually. So they're talking of themselves, not him.
precisely. Oh my gosh!
look at
It's just-
all
it's
these
just
characters too, man.
unbelievable.
Look at all the
I know,
characters.
right?
It's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of my childhood.
Same here.
Exactly,
man. I've
isn't
seen
it?
all of Yeah.
You know, you got Dr. Robotnik, you got Baloo the
Shredder.
Bear.
As many
Dark
devils,
Shredder.
Sam.
Yes.
You know,
Yosemite Sam.
Baloo. It's like,
yeah.
holy Jay, like many of us,
Tasmanian
like,
Devil.
We grew up with a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of us, you guys, and of course me too, my younger generation. I grew up with a lot of this, It is crazy. Of all people.
Oh, he did Scar. That's cool. I didn't know he did Scar. That's cool.
I know, right? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he did.
You know?
And, like a legend.
Oh, and the Crow dude from like Earthworm Jim.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a legend. He's a goddamn legend in voice acting and a sweet damn guy. I've
He
seen
is.
him in interviews and panel stuff on YouTube. It's like he's just so sweet, he's so welcoming and so warm-hearted. It doesn't matter what you believe politically or not. He will welcome you and talk with you. He's just the sweetest guy ever.
Yep.
But these
But
intolerant
apparently-
idiots make judge just because they can't tolerate a joke. It's like,
Exactly. It just it's just I have to laugh about how thin-skinned these people are. It's just
Yeah.
so easy to offend them.
Crazy.
Man, I want to make their head explode. So apparently, yeah, so it keeps on going on and on and on. And yeah, it should be noted that Cummings, the man who these people are maligning as a terrible human being, partners with Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh, yeah, so he must be truly evil because he partners with Make-A-Wish Foundation when we all know
Yeah,
what evil people those are. Yeah.
Yeah.
in his
So
spare
everyone who
time.
does, everyone who does a Wish Foundation now are Istanphobe.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because he ends up calling sick children as Winnie the Pooh to bring a little bit of brightness and happiness into their world. You know,
What a ist, man. God
I-
damn it.
I
That's
know.
horrible, right?
it is.
And what is this? See, this other comment that's made here. They have a Ukrainian flag, so they have to find something to support that is popular. And I'm for Ukraine. I'm like, well, yeah.
Oh, man,
Daddy,
yeah.
that's-
What happened
people
to you,
can-
Jim? What the hell happened to you?
Idiots, all of them.
Jeez. Because yes, everybody knows that people that help Make-A-Wish Foundation are just truly misogynistic, transphobic, Yahtzees.
Helping
of the
kids is
highest
not
caliber.
okay. Helping
Yeah,
kids
no.
is not okay, but chopping
No.
off their pee-pees is okay. That's how it
Oh
works
yeah,
these days.
that's fine. You're helping them find their true self.
Yeah.
God Almighty.
That's
So-
okay.
So so another person just had to tweet on top of that. Yeah, the old man doesn't know he just destroyed his legacy. No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
Oh, he
Not
did
for us
not.
intelligent people. No, he didn't. Only for
No.
one brain cell people like you, maybe. But for us normal people, no. We realize how much of a legend he is. So.
That's right, because you know why? Because media lasts forever, and replays
Yep.
still happen on certain channels. And those cartoons that you end up liking, one day you're going to revisit them, unless you're just really a hardened person in your heart, and
Yep.
then you're just not going to have anything to watch anymore because you're just destroying your happiness.
I just want
Some
to
of
sit
us have
down with this guy and
DVDs
talk.
and Blu-rays.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I just want to sit down with him, and just talk about all the voice acting he's done, and just having a. I really want to meet this guy too. I love the guy,
Yeah, it's again, going back to childhood and whatnot. It was an innocent time, at least for us older people, that just it didn't have any of this stuff that we see now. I can't even put it into words. That's how silly this is at this point, that you're attacking a dude that voiced Winnie the Pooh and multiple other characters. Like
legends. Like I said, I've been honored enough to do some voice acting many years ago for online stuff, and it was fun. And then I look up to guys like that. I'm like, wow, these are the legends, and like him, Peter Cullen, who has done just a few, but I mean, a legend. There's so many legends and good people in the industry, and then to just not be able to tolerate a joke or a comment, you people are weak-minded. That's what I say. It's just weak-minded.
That's what it is.
And that's right, Franco. Yeah, he has so much talent, and he has to go through all this shit. Exactly, precisely. It's really sad. These people that have put in, a lot of work into an industry that we've gotten so much out of, with so many different characters that we've enjoyed ever since childhood, only to have like morons like this come out. And it's like, I don't agree with you, therefore you must pay the piper. It's just retarded. I mean, what would happen
over a joke?
Yeah, especially over a joke. It's so dumb. Because here's the thing: what if, like another person on his caliber? Okay, we'll go with Frank Walker. Buddy that voiced Megatron and like a lot of other characters, right? You go with somebody like that, or like what Tom said before, also like Peter Cullen. What if they came out and made a joke like this, right? And just, oh no, we have to destroy these legendary people that gave us, all these cartoons and stuff like that. Like, what would Hasbro do? Well, we got to distance ourselves from Frank Walker and Peter Cullen because, they said that this person's a moron. You know how stupid that sounds? And this is exactly how stupid this is. It is.
And of course, these people too, it's kind of funny because they support people like Mark Hamill and all this stuff. He said, that's fine, we're not going to cancel him. It's fine because he's the right mindset.
Yeah.
He says the right things.
He's like it says right here, he's voiced many classic Disney characters, including Winnie the Pooh since 1988, Tigger since 1989, Darkwing Duck, Baby Herman and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, King Louie, Don Carnage from Tailspin. Yeah, both of them from Tailspin. Fat Cat. Yeah, I remember him. That's what his name was. Ray from The Princess of the Frog. He also did the Cheshire Cat, King Louie, Pete, Ka, King Triton, and like a lot of others, like we saw in the picture above. And so he's done a lot of stuff. So it's just insane. So still, it wasn't all hate. Many ex-users on both sides of the aisle stuck up for Cummings expressing his political view, even if that's what if that is what he was doing, like Jeremy Giggs, founder of Geeks and Gamers, so yeah, you got to give a bit of love here. So it'll be interesting to see, should this snowball and outrage continue to roll downhill, what Disney will do in response, if they do anything actually in response. So the company notoriously fired Gina Carano, for sure, in a meme that criticized how conservatives are treated in today's society, and boy was she accurate. However, other Disney actors like Pedro Pascal and Mark
Oh
Ruffalo,
yeah.
and Mark Hamill, and Mama Odie, the voice actress Jennifer Lewis, have gone on rants about conservatives, comparing them to the Yahtzees and Little Mr. Mustache Man, but and many times since she was let go. So but that's okay for them. And Lewis just this week declared that all black men and Latinos who voted for Trump did so because they hate themselves. Oh, well, but that's okay for them to do that. But that's okay. Hey, Xbox, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude.
Brother.
I live in Los Angeles, and these people are truly in a thought bubble. Make no mistake. It's actually way worse.
We are so
they say
transphobic now
privately.
and
Yeah.
LGBT phobic. Now we always have to ask the audience, what's your pronouns? We need to be inclusive.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Let me ask you this. What about what they've said in terms of black, particularly black men and Latinos, supported him more than they have in the past? Why do you think that is? And what do you have to say to black men and Latinos who were not in favor of supporting Kamala Harris?
Oh, honey. Oh,
honey child.
When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter is raped by your alcoholic brother or the next door neighbor, and she tries to abort that baby inside of her from a rape, you're going to regret that.
Oh, for Pete's sake, shut up. Why do they always go back to this? It's,
okay. Let me bring up a point here.
Okay.
It doesn't even, you can still abort a rape child. That's not like it doesn't even exist. You're still allowed to do something like that in most places in the States. It's
not the baby's fault.
It's like, oh my God.
Like Trump said, it's also up to the state and all the things that they're planning, right? So
yeah.
And he said too, it all depends on the situation, also why the person is pregnant, what's going on, what has happened,
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the baby's fault. It's not.
No, exactly. But it's something to do with like a family rape or something. I understand that. Yeah, 100%. Like if it's your father, that's messed up. And I don't think most people would turn that away. So yeah, but anyway, it's just, that was a dumb comment. Making a comment like that to do with voting, that's just asinine.
Yeah,
not
the
right
reason,
at all.
the reason you have to make the abortion laws a little bit, heavier on how it works is because a lot of this stupid young generation people, they like to have sex all the time, unprotected sex and all that. So it's your fault that you become pregnant 90% of the time.
They use it as a form of birth control, which is
exactly.
Yes,
that's what it's about. Yeah. But this woman right here, she doesn't understand that,
No, she's got her banks full of money. So,
but as for this is disgusting. This man made a comment. He's a legend of our time, and these small-minded idiots are just like, no. He made a comment. He didn't even say if he voted for him or not. He just made a comment. That's all.
It's made a joke. It's like, who's tomorrow? Like, that's it.
Yeah, I guess you shouldn't open my mouth. Yeah.
You can't say anything. That's why I don't deal with online social media, because it's a cesspool of morons. It's just that's why I don't make. Oh, jeez.
It is, but yeah, I'll support the guy. All they just did was make a comment. That's all.
He's a legend. I mean, he's done some of the voices we grew up with.
All I want to say, Jim Cummings, we love you, brother. We love you. You were a grandpa for a lot of us, especially me, who's a younger generation. You were a grandpa for a lot of a younger generation like me.
Yep.
A lot of people love you, man.
That's right. And now, on to the next story. What else do we have? Yep, that's right. Always the victim. These people. Let's see. Grape is always an excuse they try to use to guilt people into agreeing with them. Yeah, they do.
I'm going to say this right now. On that particular act of whatever, that is one of the most vile crimes to do to any human. 100%. We don't back it. Most people don't back that kind of thing.
No.
Murder. You may murder to save your life or your family's life. You may steal to feed your family. There's never reason to do that. And it's the most heinous crime known to mankind. And it's disgusting. It's just pure form of evil. And most people that are good people, left or right, know this. And then somebody uses it to try to win an argument. It's looking dumb. That was just the stupidest statement you made, and that was just stupid and pathetic. It's just that's low hanging fruit.
And I also looked it up because he's not the official voice to Scar, but it looks like he was a singing voice to Scar.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Because it's Jeremy Irons who are the voice actor.
But a good pedigree though. He has an amazing pedigree. It's like wow.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So, and now we come to, well, we covered manga, we've covered, we covered voice acting.
Idiots. We covered idiots.
We covered idiots. And, well, let's see, maybe on to another idiot? I don't know. So,
yes, another idiot. Yes, it's another idiot.
Yeah, maybe. So, James Gunn.
Want to say this. I see idiots. Anyway.
Yes,
and I hate this guy. I hate James Gunn. He just has to start to shut the fuck up on stuff too. He just has to stop talking, and I just hate this guy. He doesn't.
So
hey,
James Gunn.
It's 2 years since he announced the Batman movie that he was doing, Brave and Bold. He doesn't even have a script yet. He admitted.
When is this being released? When is this out? Creature Commandos. Is this out now? Or?
Really soon. Really soon.
It's really soon.
James Gunn, Creature Commandos. First reactions are in. One rotten. Oh no, one rotten. Does it really even matter? I don't know. So, but yeah, this is the show that he's going to start everything with, from what we found out with Creature Commandos, and apparently, I think it's going to be out like in a few days, I do believe.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so the first reactions for James Gunn Creature Commandos series are in, and again, per the norm, they are overwhelmingly positive. Well, imagine my shock. Who could have seen that coming? Or is it actually really good? Yeah. So typically what always happens with first reactions is that the early reviews offer said movie or TV show is the best thing since sliced bread. So you have to wonder if they said something negative, if they would ever get the chance for an early review again, or a chance to interview the creators, promote their projects, etc. So I guess that's the only way you get to see early reviews, if you basically kick, or I shouldn't say kick ass, but kiss ass. So from our own experience, we gained a DC animated movie, a so-so review years ago, and never again received a free copy or heard from them again. Oh boy. So basically you have to you have to essentially, go over the moon if you ever want to, see advanced viewings ever again on anything, I'm guessing. So, which I kind of figured that was going to be the case. So, of course, the early positive shill reviews doesn't necessarily mean said project is bad or good. So keep that in mind. So, no pun intended, even James Gunn jumped the gun as he posted a screenshot on Threads showing Creature Commandos with 100% Rotten Tomatoes score. Well,
his ego is gone up in his head. He thinks he's the god of filmmaking at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there were only 10 or less reviews at the time. Oh, well, of course. Do you have I don't know. Do you have any expectations from Creature Commandos?
No.
No,
I have no faith in the stuff that he does in his DCU at all.
Yeah,
I have no faith.
First, Rotten Tomatoes, we don't. It's Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, overwhelmingly positive. Oddly enough, from the credits that received new watches. Weird. Yeah, I can't imagine. Boy, I wonder if they got any kind of cheddar cheese from that kind of review. I don't know. Probably. Yeah. Oh, more than likely. Yeah. So, Lord Thoft, I have zero faith these movies are going to do any good. Yeah, I think so. And like Jason said earlier, Batman.
Batman doesn't even have it. His Batman doesn't have it. He barely have any scripts for the stuff he does. And again, he's rebooting the universe while he's not rebooting it because we're gonna use the same actors and shit like that. And and the thing too, he announced he was going to make a lot of games to this universe. So if you need to play the games basically to learn more about the universe and connecting with the movies and TV shows. Like, bro, you have to stop doing all this kind of stuff. Just shut up, do your work, commercial your stuff, and stop announcing things all the goddamn time. And you have been caught many times for lying, especially with Henry Cavill. You got caught lying. And you even got caught lying when he claimed that he said that he was working with Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck came out and said, "We are not working together. I'm not doing anything for him." Yeah, but that was a thing too. So this guy's been lying so much. He thinks he's the fucking king of making movies and TV shows now. And if people, I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder, yes, but if you don't like the way he did run, DC and stuff like that, and if you think it was a little bit too dark and stuff like that, what is the James Gunn goes over that? Like, he likes it even more dark.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His thing.
That is so true.
I love it. I have them all on Blu-ray for Snyder's DC universe. I love that universe.
Yeah, same here. But James Gunn, he goes over the top over there. He likes to have it even more gorier and hardcore. Just look at Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad he did, and the stuff that he works on. And again, I don't trust his Superman vision. I know how he looks at Superman. And he also, when he created the Superman stuff, he said he was going to base it on, the one Kingdom Come comic. And that's a pretty dark storyline and really messed up storyline. And that's what he based the suit off. That's what he based the movie off. So I have no faith in the stuff that he says. I don't care about his DCU. I don't like the Suicide Squad or Peacemaker either. So
yeah. Lord Thoft, and I love Creature Commandos, plus that ain't Crypto or Superman. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I do. Xbox, I have no interest in watching any superhero stuff anymore, which is kind of sad. Xbox, I get it,
Yeah, I totally get it too.
I get
it.
Have so many good stories, but I mean, everybody just ruins them. Anyway, Tom, go ahead.
It's hard to be excited for superhero movies anymore. It's hard to be excited for it. It's like once in a while I'm a little excited, like Kraven the Hunter. I am actually excited, but it's not a superhero, it's a villain story. But there's like few things here and there that I'm a little excited for, but it's hard to get that. Oh, I want to go to the cinema. I want to be hyped. I want to get pumped. I want to shake of happiness. Like I just want to have that feeling again. Even if I'm a grown up, I want this feeling again. You want to be excited.
Yep.
No, I'm just gonna say. I mean, Deadpool really made me happy, and see Wolverine return, and then it was like it was good times. And like I said, even though it's a villain story, the Kraven movie has me intrigued. I'm like, oh, it could do a good Rhino. It could do something really good here. So there's still intriguing moments that'll happen. But anything with his universe, I'm not interested in one bloody thing. The Superman looks dumb. Everything, nothing interests me that he's done. That
Superman in this movie is doing. He looks like the guy who runs All Elite Wrestling.
Well, he's sitting there looking. Go ahead.
Okay, Lord Thought says, so I'm a comics purist who grew up in the 70s. Just do a superhero movie that is true to the source material, effing morons. Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
They have done that before. Just, like the earlier Marvel stuff was really well done. Eric Bana's Hulk. People don't talk about that. I love that Hulk film. I thought that was really good.
With Edward Norton?
Not Edward. It was both were good. They each had their own unique spin on it. I find.
No, I like both of them. I like both of them. Yes.
But nowadays they gotta.
Yeah. And I agree, Lord Thoft. Yeah, no Silver Surfer with boobs, and no fuzzy Crypto, classic costumes, no race or sex swapping, no idiot Flash. Exactly.
Well, I love the Flash. Flashpoint. People don't realize that if you ever read Flashpoint and even watched the cartoon, Flashpoint's a brilliant story. But the idiot they had playing it, I would have said bring in Grant. He did it good, even though not many people like.
And get a better writer for the movie, and actually Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
And also, I also want to mention, as we were mentioning Superman and stuff, the Superman Lois show just, ended. And again, you see how, this is why I don't like a lot of the DC things anymore. And this is a good example. What did they do with Superman in the TV show now? Well, apparently he got a new heart because his heart got destroyed or failed because his fight. So he got debuffed. And then in the ending of the show, he dies of age. He becomes old and dies of age, and then he goes out of, and then he goes out of his body and goes to heaven.
Oh God! Titan says, "I'm 100% positive I will not be wasting my time watching creature catastrophes or whatever." My God. Jeez, yeah, that was the other thing, because James Gunn also said at the end of that Superman show that there was going to be a Superman trailer for the movie, and nothing. You know. So hilariously,
and remember, James Gunn said the Flash movie is the best superhero movie that was created. So he added the creator of the Flash movie is the guy who's gonna do the goddamn Batman and the Robin movie with Damian Wayne. Yeah.
It was so hilariously, I just want to make one quick comment. Actually, Flashpoint is a brilliant story. It is modern, but it's still a brilliantly told story. It's amazing. It's in depth. It's even dark at points, but Flashpoint is a brilliantly told story. It was just never done right in the thing, but no, it is an amazing story.
Yeah, I always believed that Superman was immortal as long as he stayed under a yellow sun. Yeah, you know what? I kind of always thought that too.
Oh, he gets the heart that he gets is the father of Lois. He gives up his heart to save Superman.
Really?
So Clark Kent has like 30 years to live. And then Lois dies, and then they go a little bit to the future where he dies of old age, and then he goes to heaven.
Oh, jeez.
That's
anyway, hilariously, then comic book movie Shield and said the same. One who is Gunn select sites to get an early look at the first 2 episodes, along with sites like Comic Book, IGN, and Collider, and Screen Rant, who were owned by the same VC-funded Canadian company that has threatened independent sites like Giant Freaking Robot. Yay, Canada! God, I hate you. So this, because it comes out on December 5th, so you got 2 more days till it comes out. And as of this posting of the article, presently there are only 15 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 14 are positive, and 1 is negative. Well, they're never going to get to watch anything in advance ever again. But what does the negative review say? So the lone negative review comes from Inverse, who doesn't seem to like that Creature Commandos is R-rated. As the reviewer
again, that's what he loves.
Exactly. As the reviewer seems to feel that the previous Zack Snyder DCEU was also too nihilistic and brutal.
That's more PG than what James Gunn likes.
Well, that's true too. Worth a mention that is that Creature Commandos being R-rated doesn't necessarily mean Gunn's entire DCU will be of a similar tone, but probably more than likely you can kind of count on it. It seems Gunn's Superman will actually be quite different. And I think all of Gunn's DCU projects will have different tones. Quite possibly. The quote is, if DC was going to drop the nihilistic and brutal aspects of the DC's previously shared community, it's not happening here. If anything, Creature Commando doubles down on the old grim, dark DCEU vibe rather than forging a new path. Dang.
Okay, no. I'll comment on that. If anybody knows Marvel and DC, DC's always been a little bit more for adults, I find, than Marvel. Marvel's always been a little bit more family friendly, where DC's always had a little bit of a darker side. As long as I've been, even in the comics, they've always been pushing, like, death is a little bit more permanent in DC, whereas Marvel, nobody ever seems to die. They always come back. And I've always found Marvel's been a little bit more tame, where DC was not afraid to go in other places. That's always been even in the comics. So really, it's just fitting. And I loved, like I said, I like the Snyder one because it brought that dark side to it. Because no pun intended, but DC's always been a little darker, I find. So
think so? Yeah, no. I don't know. I always found kind of the opposite. That Marvel always used to go a little bit darker.
Marvel and DC both have dark stuff. You have a lot of dark stuff on both sides and lighthearted on both sides. So it's 50-50 in my opinion there. You can find a lot of dark in Marvel if you find the right stuff.
But I find people stay dead in DC, and like Batman can be very dark. Look at the Frank Miller stuff and stuff like that. I find it pushes the boundaries a little bit more. I always found anyway. a little bit more than Marvel. I find Marvel's a little bit more family friendly, and
Right.
I find the movies.
It is 50-50. If you go through and through with a lot of books, it's 50-50.
However, I do remember this, okay, when Bane finally broke Batman's back, okay?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
it
yeah,
didn't, yeah, it didn't take him long for Bruce Wayne to come back as Batman, though. So
wait, let me see though. But DC, you had Death in the Family, you had Death.
Oh yeah,
Robin,
no, that's
and,
for
you
sure.
know, and
Yes.
Superman died, and you know, so they I don't know.
Yeah, I would say, because I always kind of thought that, at least for me, okay, from my point of view, I always thought that DC kind of had this attitude of, you know, everything's going to be A-okay, you know, because we're the heroes and, you know, we always beat the bad guys, right? While Marvel was more like, to me at least, had the tone of, you know, yeah, we know we have problems and we're trying to fix them kind of thing, you know?
Okay,
that was always
example,
my vibe.
If you take, for example, X-Men, you know, Marvel, the Ultimate Universe with the X-Men, the other characters, that's fucking dark. Like that's a super dark storyline in another time, you know, another universe. It's really dark, you know.
Now I'm not displacing what Tom is saying or his point of view whatsoever.
No.
You know, I'm not doing that whatsoever. It's just that, hey, we all have our different points of views on you know, on what we think of each universe, and that's okay. Right. So, I mean, I'm not saying that Tom is wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. You know?
No. It's like, for me, you know, my view is that it's 50-50. It all depends on what stories you're looking for and
that's true.
What stories you want.
Yeah.
If you want dark stories from Marvel, you can find it. You just need to know what kind of stories you want and stuff like that. And same with and DC. You can find the light stuff in DC and light stuff in Marvel. That's the way I think, at least, on it.
Anybody ever read The Cult? Batman actually uses a gun in The Cult, which is a good series.
Oh yeah, Batman used to kill. Batman used to be an evil guy to a point, man.
Exactly.
But what do the positive reviews say? Oh boy, I can't wait. So what do they say about Creature Commandos? Well, CBM says, I'm delightfully deranged. Creature Commandos is a crazy, captivating, instant classic that puts the new DCU on the map while offering fans an endless list of reasons to return each week. James Gunn has delivered a monstrous must-see.
I've already seen what James Gunn have created before when it comes to dark stuff, so I already know what to expect.
Yep. Comic book news also says, let's see, Creature Commando channels the quintessential heart and dark humor that have become calling cards of James Gunn's found family stories and delivers the best possible start to the budding DCU.
I want to get into, you know, the sense of these people who's been reviewing it. These are normally the websites that are shilling for everything, mostly other, and they are the people that doesn't like you know, people like us. These are the people who's gonna praise, for example, Disney Star Wars all day long. For example, they're gonna.
And you got to remember that some of these people that are in some of these popular, you know, websites are also part of the Whisper network as well.
Yep. They get paid too, man.
Oh, yes, they do. So you have to remember that as well, because they will shill like there's no tomorrow. And if there's anything that has any kind of positive vibe to it, like a true positive vibe to it, they will put it down because it doesn't go with their narrative. And you got to remember
IGN. IGN's one of the worst, I think. They're horrid.
Oh,
I don't believe any. They're
Screen Rant is trash. Screen Rant is horrible.
IGN says James Gunn
like
classic recipe of lovable weirdos, great music, and lots of jokes and violence are on full display. Of course it is. But
didn't they love Aelgard at IGN?
I think so. Yeah. But in a new, fresh way that's presented well in animation. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does, right?
Yeah. And of course we get to Screen Rant, who loves to trash people like us, who wants us to be destroyed, who wants us to be canceled.
Marks the official start of the DCU, and with a team of monstrous anti-heroes leading the charge, it's off to a good start.
That's the most boring thing they've ever said in their reviews I've ever heard.
That is such a milquetoast type of statement.
It's AI. This is ChatGPT. They always use ChatGPT. Screen Rant.
Yeah,
they write
it's
stuff.
it's just is such a generic thing to say. Oh God, Collider. If this series is any indication, the future of the DC universe is in very good hands. Oh my God, these are just the most basic of statements. It's just
They're not real reviewers, you know.
they're
They're
not.
not real reviewers.
It's like this was a good show. I liked it. That's all essentially that they're saying.
Yeah. Like, talk more about you don't need to spoil story or anything, but just talk about I really felt like, you know, they connected the characters well together. Just something a little bit more detailed to try to capture the audience for it at least, you know.
give me a little bit of meat, you know. How was the animation? The animation was like fantastic. I couldn't believe like this and this and that and this and that, and you know, how was the story? How was the character building? You know, just give me a little bit more meat on that bone. You know, I want to know. But just saying stuff like this was very good. I thought it's going to lead the DCU to a very good spot. Like, that's saying nothing.
Well, that's all they got paid for. Let's be honest. That's probably all they
that's all they get paid.
Yeah. That's right. James Gunn only paid them enough cash to make out like, I don't know, like less than 100 words in their sentence or something.
Generically like us. Okay. There you go.
Yes. That's basically it. Oh my God. So regarding the rest of the positive reviews, they praised James Gunn's knack for creating quirky, heartfelt, and action-packed stories described as feverishly funny and devilishly cool. They offer the series balances gory violence with emotional depth and dynamic character development. Yeah, I wonder about that. Yeah. Critics praise its humor, music, and ability to humanize its
But the
bizarre
problem
cast.
again, I need to get this in. Even though I like Guardians of the Galaxy that it did, he makes stuff here and there that I do enjoy. Yes. But the problem is he's doing the same thing with every project that he's doing, with the music, with the way he creates humor. Everything is the same. He's not original anymore. He uses the same blueprints he's been creating for a long time. Look at, for example, Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad he did. It's the same humor stuff, but just a more R. Yeah, just with R rating, but same formula he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's using the same stuff over and over.
Because they're calling it, a riotiously good time and a colorful, action-packed introduction to the DCU. While some reviewers mention Gunn's tendency to repeat familiar formulas,
exactly.
Others note that Creature Commander still feels fresh and distinct, marking it an excellent start to the DC's new chapter. If you're following the same formula, everybody exactly knows what to expect.
Yeah, that's what we expect. We know basically how he already writes stories. And again, with his Superman movie, it's going to be a cameo fest. It's going to be a lot of the comedy that he's done. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff that he's done. But again, you know, he's going to base it on, you know, Kingdom Come. And he's a really woke person to a certain point too these days. And, you know, he joined the forces with them. And when he said he's going to, you know, make... Superman, his movie, like true American, blah 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 blah. I'm afraid what he really means with that, because that's scary words when it comes to this and this world we're living in, and with Superman.
Xbox here says, "Bring back talented directors like John McTiernan." Yes, yes. Oh man, did he have some good stuff? Jeez, but that's what it is. That's what it is. You got the same if people already know what to expect from you, it's not going to be fun and action packed, and it's like, oh yeah, I just seem to remember seeing this before. But bring back John Tierman, like Xbox said. You know, I mean, Frank, he did Die Hard, he did Predator, he did like stuff like Hunt for Red October. God, what else did he do? He did I think he did Rollerball. And what was that other one? The Thomas Crown Affair, stuff like that. You know, that was full of action. That was full of, that was full of great stuff. You know, it's like, did Ridley even leave? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ridley Scott came back. Look what he did. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, 13th Warrior. Yeah, he did 13th Warrior. You know, it's but no, it's you can't do that. No, because now he's old, and now we have to bring this next slew of brave and wonderful directors and producers and stuff like that, because they know the pulse on society right now. They know exactly what everybody needs, but it's not. Throw a left hook that I wasn't expecting, or something like that. We all know what James Gunn at this point is going to do, like what Jason said. And, and it's basically going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of formula, quirky fun and, some action here and there. And, and maybe a dancing intro, just like Peacemaker or something like that. I don't know. But it ends up being boring because you already know what to expect.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Creature Commandos, that comes out in 2 days, December 5th.
It's a weekly show, by the way. It's not going to be released all at once. I just checked the scheduling, so it'll be one a week. Goes up until January. So
are they gonna release 2 episodes in the first day or just one? Because sometimes they do release 2 episodes these days.
Yeah, I don't know. Never know.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
Well, okay. So every week on Thursday basically is what you're gonna get. And
I have no faith in this series. I don't want to watch it. I do not care. I don't care about James Gunn's universe in this.
You're right, Jay. The first 2 are going to be on December 5th, and after that it's one every week.
So they're pulling a Disney. Yeah, let's put up the first 2. Yeah.
Everyone is doing it these days. Everyone is doing. It's kind of annoying. Just put on one episode. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's all you need. It just I kind of hate it when people like Disney or Warner Brothers or Paramount do that. It's like, yeah, we'll release the first 2 episodes. It's like, why? You're just gonna make it closer to the end of the season.
Yeah,
just do once a week.
And stop with those short seasons. Just make it longer seasons. Then you can do a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened to the season being like maybe around 20 episodes or something like that? Within 10 to 20 episodes. Whatever happened to that? Now we're only getting something like 10 episodes for a season of a particular show or something like that.
And then maybe it gets rushed. That's the problem.
Lucky. Yeah,
and
right?
8. It goes from 8 to 10 to up sometimes, but it's just like you're rushing the show way too much. You should at least have 19 episodes, 20, or maybe 13, 14. Just extend it a little to and longer episodes. Something Disney needs to learn. Longer episodes.
Lazy writing. That's why they're lazy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like watching this new season of Yellowstone. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Yellowstone is actually a really good series ever since I got into it, because I know a lot of people were for years talking about, oh my God, Yellowstone, you got to watch Yellowstone. It's really good. And this last season of Yellowstone, it's like 12 episodes in, and everybody is still moping around that John Dutton is like dead and what they're going to do. It's like, you're either going to finish this series or you're going to bring another season about. Like, get to it. Don't drag it out. I just finish it up. Lazy writing, right?
And a lot of shows do this these days. They just continue the same story in every single episode. Like, can we move forward? We know this has happened. We are interested. We are done with this now. We need to move forward so we can enjoy the story and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was weird. Modern crap. Yeah, it's what it is. That's what they give us.
For example, not everything modern is bad, though. That's something I don't find. Like I said, Spawn universe is amazing, and that's pretty modern. I don't hate everything just because it's modern. It's just who's it written by, who's it done. There's some amazing modern works out there.
Exactly.
It's just judging everything just because it's of the times. It's kind of no.
Exactly. And I want to give like a good good explanation of how you can do it. I watch a lot for Japanese and South Korean shows, right? For example, I watched a lot of Korean shows I watched lately. What I love about those shows is that even though they have like maybe 8 episodes or 10 episodes the seasons, every episode is like 1 hour long, not 40 minutes, but it's 1 hour. It's basically a movie, right?
Yeah.
Every episode is long and they move forward, not rushing it, but are actually going forward and continuing the story in a proper way. And every episode is like, 1 hour, sometimes maybe over an hour,
Yeah. Yeah.
Then if you shorter episodes, longer episodes, an hour to an hour and a half, longer
Yep.
episodes. Done with it.
That's right. That's all you got to do. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I might check this out in a couple of days, see how it is. If it's the same old, then it doesn't really pique my interest then. So that's
Yeah.
basically about it.
Even though I say I won't watch it, I probably will check it out because I have so many friends who will, and they talk about it, and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm really lost right now. What the hell you're talking about? I need to check it out." So I know, because I have a lot of people sometimes saying, "Why you waste time watching this kind of stuff?" It's like I don't want to watch it. I really don't. I say I don't want to.
Yeah.
But every time I'm on a show, or if I talk with friends, I do not want to sit here and not done my research and. Just like I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm lost. Like
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on.
It's like that with me. Yesterday I checked out Dune Prophecy that's out now.
Yeah, I seen all three, and I enjoy it so far. It's not the best, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's I understand this takes place like 10,000 years before Paul Atreides. So and this is like the beginning of the Bene Gesserit and all that kind of jazz. And and I do understand that sometimes in the first season of something, it just takes time to get the series off the ground, right?
It's like I don't care. I don't care about everything that's going on, but the character side that I do like is of course Desmond Hart and the Emperor Havoc, because Travis Fimmel is a good actor, Mark Strong is a good actor. So these actors, they actually make some interesting characters. So I enjoy watching them on screen. But a lot of other stuff, I'm like, it's a little slow. It's not. I feel like there's something off with the writing, but I do watch it because of Travis and Mark Strong, because they're doing a good job.
Xbox, yay, more witches, just what the fans wanted. I know.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're going to continue with it. I don't know, because I know this is. I think it's written by the son of what's his face that wrote Dune. So I don't know. Maybe I might continue with it. Probably not.
I will.
Al Nickerson,
I will finish.
are you guys watching The Agency? I dig it. No, I haven't checked it out. I heard some pretty good stuff about it.
No, I'm not watched it.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm also gonna check out
same here.
Landman.
Yeah.
Which is like a oil industry kind of thing with Billy Bob Thornton and Demi Moore and all that. I want to get into that too. So see if that's any good. So,
but no, it's like I just want to say, me and you, Mike, we watched, the Skeleton Crew. We did, so we know what people are talking about at least, and it wasn't. Well, it's one of the better things that Disney has done, because it's it's basically just a show for kids.
I want to tell everybody there so far. I watched the first 2 episodes of the Skeleton Crew because that came out yesterday. And you know what? I know a lot of people are going to say stuff about it, and all I'm going to say is this, okay? All I'm going to say is this. It has a very you can feel the childlike quality in this show. That this is primarily made for kids. All right?
Yep.
So it's not, don't take it serious, because I don't think this is made for, for a more mature audience, a grown-up audience. I think this is more geared towards kids.
Yeah, more younger generation.
Yeah, and you can kind of feel it, right? In those first 2 episodes. So, and it I'm just going to say it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
It's a better thing they have done. That's all I can say. I'm not fan of it in that kind of sense, because I'm not super into stories like this. But it's like, it was okay. I didn't hate it, and I hate mostly everything Disney does. But it was like, okay, I can see why a lot of people can be connected with it. With younger people.
I have the first 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew queued up. There we go. Let's see, Madman actually checking out The Prisoner, DC's favorites, and I like it a lot. There we go. Nice. So yeah, so just to let you know, yeah, the Skeleton Crew, it wasn't too bad. It was all right, for a kids show, because that's entirely the vibe I get from that. It's a kids show.
Yeah.
So
if they just continue that vibe and don't add any stupidity in the rest of the episodes, I think they could be like, okay, I can accept it to a degree for people, it's fine.
Yeah. And Xbox, I admit I'm looking forward to Andor season 2. Yeah, you know what? Me too. I didn't mind the first season.
Too, does it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Andor, but that's because I think it was boring and did not feel like Star Wars at all. But
I know a lot of people said that, but it's like, to me, I always felt like Andor was like the side of Star Wars that we don't see. Right,
but he's just his whole point is basically just taking the story of Kyle Katarn, and that's the whole thing. It's just based on Kyle Katarn, one of the most amazing characters. He's Kyle Katarn without the Force abilities.
Exactly. But see, now we're pretty much at the end of the show, and I think I might have a customer coming back. Hopefully, dear God, please let that customer come back. Jason Fox, you got anything you want to plug, dude?
Yeah, well, this week, of course, on Thursday, of course, we have the Beyond Show, where, we're panelists. We're going to talk about some stuff. It's going to be a great time. Talk about some pop culture. And of course, if Comic does his stream on Fridays, I'm going to try my best to join, of course. And on Saturdays, we normally have Skullcasts. We are back with the Skullcasts, so we're going to do them, more frequently. And other than that, I'm working on a lot of other stuff. I also work as an editor. So if you are interested to have something edited and collab work or whatever it is, if you need some work, I'm always up for that. I'm really fair with the price. It's really nice compared to other people out there, because, I like to be nice. I just released a new bunch of merch, actually, on our web store. A lot new merch, the alpha collection of a lot of our merch. So if you are interested, please go and check it out. And other than that, as I always say before we wrap up the show, just remember that life's too short and make the most of it. And we on this panel, we love you, we appreciate you, and none of us would have been here today if it wasn't for all of you peeps out there. So thank you for the love and support.
There we go. And why, New Day? Why?
Why?
I was crying. That moment made me sad. Anyway,
I did not expect it. I did not expect it, bro.
That's why I liked it. It was so good. It's like, but anyway, me and Jessica are going to get back to doing our show. We haven't done it in months, but I've been just busy in life and everything. We're actually planning on letting her take the lead on this. Yes, and AI is going to take the lead on this, and we're going to start. We're going to change the entrance and change it around a bit. Just as funny enough, during this show, I had an email that I'm actually going to be the head of a judging panel for indie films. So they asked me to do it. I said, okay. So I'm going actually to a party for the film co-op here in New Brunswick on Saturday, going to Fredericton for a couple hours. It'll be nice. So I'm trying to get back into the filming community. So try to hobnob and get to know the right people. That's a big thing. So
and hook me up if you can, brother.
Yeah. Oh no, like I said, we'll see what comes of it. So, but I'm hoping, hey, maybe CM Punk's going to be on a set here locally. Actually, he is in town when he's not on doing Raw. So he's maybe that'd be cool to work with him. So, but yeah, no, just keep him busy. I'm going to be streaming more games, or at least not streaming because I don't really have much limited time with StreamYard, or from my end, I don't buy it. So, but I can at least record it on OBS and then put it up. I actually tried one called Vampire Survivor, which I'm addicted to. I've had it for 4 days, and I've got like 13 hours into it already. It's such a good overtop fun game. Vampire Survivor, so good, so good. So, but that Fallout Days Gone, I'm going to start posting that as well. So yeah, that's about it, really.
Nice.
Awesome. Books and everything else. Yeah. And before you continue to say anything, by the way, everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this man's channel. He works so hard for all of you out there. The man gives you the news that nobody else gives you. He's able to present this to you because you guys are having his back, and he works hard at this. And also, don't forget, he's a great graphic designer as well. So if you need any work done, hook him up and give this man a shout, because he will do amazing work for you.
There we go. And Cam, you made it, but
Hey, man.
Nice to see you, dude. Yeah, you know what, dude? Just catch it on the rewind, dude. Catch it on the rewind. Yeah, so yes, exactly. So, subscribe to these fun young gentlemen. Pop Culture Republic, if you're still driving, I hope you haven't crashed or anything like that. And I hope
be safe, Pop.
Yeah. And Appion, if you happen to be listening, enjoy your nice, warm, comfortable time still in Hawaii. And we miss you. And bring me back a pineapple.
Aloha, my good friend. Yes.
You lucky bastard in Hawaii. So, but anyway, that's it for the show.
Not inviting us. That's a shame, man. Not inviting us. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
What a selfish bastard.
And that's it for the show. And thank you for everybody that took part. And we will see you soon. So to everybody out there,
be excellent to each other and